Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. So last night on Lions Den I heard something very interesting where Arash said, your mind is the creator and the destroyer. And I suddenly led myself down the rabbit hole of this metaphor. The Hindu god Shiva is your mind, in a sense. Before I record this video, I just want to say this is purely my opinion, purely my own research. Feel free to disagree with me, but this is how I come to understand it. Shiva is like your mind. It is the creator and the destroyer. It is a tool. It is what you choose to use that tool for. You see, your mind can be something to soothe, or it can be a weapon, or it can be something that is used to create something, maximize something. It has many different utilities. Similar to this God form, you notice his eyes are always kind of low. Now that's kind of that sweet spot, that flow state in a sense. So the time cycle between creation and destruction, right, from beginning to end. That's why it's in the middle. It's always in the middle. It's never closed, it's never open. It's always in the middle. Now we have the image of the trident. Now the trident represents the three states of consciousness: waking, sleeping, dreaming. Waking, sleeping, dreaming. Three states of consciousness. He holds all three in his hand. His right eye is believed to be the sun, and his left eye is believed to be the moon. And then his third eye, well, I guess that represents also, like, it's right between night and day, right? His third eye is. And so every time I talk about this, I'm thinking of new things that I can add to this. So third eye is obviously shown as wisdom. It's seen as a symbol of intuition, clairvoyance. Often you also notice Shiva holding a drum or a damru. Like, that's basically representing the universe, which is constantly expanding and it's collapsing. So the drum can expand, re-expand, contract. It's kind of the process of creation, but also if you notice your heartbeat is kind of like a drum. So that can also represent basically the pulse of consciousness, the heartbeat of consciousness itself. It creates a rhythm that's straight down. It goes up and it goes down in that type of drum. Now the snake thing, I feel like can be very misinterpreted, and I understand that, maybe some Christians might relate it to the Bible story of the snake eating the apple. It has nothing to do with that. Essentially the importance of the snake is to show the alertness that a snake has. When a snake looks at its prey, it has this certain kind of alertness. So essentially, as he's wearing it around his neck, he wants to embody the state of alertness like a snake. And Shiva also represents this dance of life. Like, there's a dancing version of Shiva, which is very different to Shiva, I'd like to note. However, that version of him, you could say, is all about that movement and that harmony, dancing with the chaos of life. Life is like this yin and yang Shiva Shakti balance, right? So in a sense, he's the state of pure consciousness, but he's also the dance within the consciousness. He's both. So in this way, he has kind of like a masculine nature and a feminine nature. When you look at images of Shiva, you think this is a guy. He has strong masculine features, usually, but then he also has strong feminine features, right? He has very big eyebrows, he has very long hair, he has a feminine, thin face, and this androgynous kind of quality to Shiva represents the two sides of our brain. The masculine side and the feminine side, one more logical side, so left brain and right brain, right? They're two hemispheres. So this is why I feel that Shiva is also represented as this androgynous character, simply because of the split mind that it represents in all humans. So women can look to Shiva and be inspired, males can look to Shiva and be inspired, in a sense. Also, you notice from his hair, the river Ganges, or the Ganga, is flowing. That's also a symbol of knowledge. Okay, knowledge that is supposed to purify the soul, water having a purification quality. He's said to be blue. Now, I don't know if that's to, not represent his dark skin. A lot of the different Vedas and the texts say that, they represent these deities with blue skin instead of dark skin, because either they didn't want them to be portrayed as dark skinned, or simply that the blue represents something else. Like in the understanding of Shiva, I believe that his blue skin represents the sky, because the sky is the limit. You know, they say that it's limitless. So he represents this infinite consciousness. Similarly, the internal world reflects the external world, right? And so our infinite consciousness, we have that Shiva mind, and then we have Shiva out there, which is the universe. Om Namah Shivaya is one of the mantras that's super powerful and super beneficial, especially if you have Rudraksh beads like this, and you start charging them by actually saying Om Namah Shivaya. Okay? Now, Namah Shivaya is actually very, very important because they indicate 5 letters, which represent the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. And then we also have the 5 senses. Now, some people believe in the 6th sense. That's probably the 3rd eye that Shiva represents, but let's not go there. This is going way too complex. So the bull that he's riding represents dharma, or path. Some people can translate it as righteousness. However, dharma is just your own individual path in life. It's like your mission that you want to fulfill. It's like your soul mission here in this incarnation. Now, what's interesting is a lot of people believe, strange sexual imagery depicted to Shiva. Now, this is not very correct in the fact that it's sexual rather than the fact that it's just anatomical. Because what is a lingam, right? Lingam meaning penis. Sometimes they depict Shiva through just his penis, right? Shiva lingam, you call it. Well, essentially, the lingam is just specifically an identifier, a symbol of identification, which tells the truth of it, what it really is. Like when we determine the birth of a child, we often look at the genital to determine whether it's a boy or a girl. So similarly, that symbol is a representation of the cosmos as well as the creator of the cosmos as one. So a penis can create life. It also is life, if I want to simplify that. But that sounds kind of weird to say it on a video, either way. But yeah, it's a very strange topic, right? The Shiva is your mind. Shiva is this ability, is this creator and this destroyer. You can create using your mind, using your words. You create worlds, but also you can destroy using your mind and destroy things around you, destroy relationships, destroy your health, right? So it has both of these capabilities, similar to the way that sometimes we do need to destroy, right? Shiva is seen as a bad god because he's destroying, but it's not true. Like sometimes we need to destroy something in order for it to be rebuilt, right? We can't just build over buildings. That doesn't work. We have to start with a foundation, and that's what Shiva is also known for, is this kind of like blank slate. And then from that pure space of consciousness or awareness, you get the alertness and the creation. So this is kind of my understanding of it. I might not be 100% legit or correct, but again, it's just a concept. It's just a thought pondering. Let me know what you think about this. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you, and stay legendary. See you next time.